All right, guys, listen up, please. We're going to do a little bit of attack versus defense this morning. And who are you? Noni. Oh, Noni! Welcome back, mate. How's the ankle? Excellent. We'll go and join the attackers. And, no, Tamori, you're very much a defender. Get over there, mate. Noni, what's wrong? You're injured again. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to our English Players Only Manchester United. Today it is Season 2, Season 2, Episode 7. We're going to be playing Spurs and Leicester in the Premier League. Two tough games away from home, and we've got a little bit to catch you up on as well. Now, the big news, in a way, is that, Madueke came back from his broken ankle, and then in training, I'm sure it was the first training session afterwards, came back, twisted his ankle, and he's out for 3 weeks. He's almost back for a second time now, so we are never probably going to see this guy play, are we? He scored on debut, and then we've just never seen him since. Hopefully, this time he'll come back, and he will be a very, very good player for us. But, Madueke is somewhat fit, injured fit, and hopefully, as I say, we'll see him soon. Now, this, as I said, a little bit to catch you up on. Let's start with on-the-field catch-up. The first game was against Rangers. It was the final Champions League group stage game. We already knew we topped the group, so let's see how we finish things off. The only goal came late through Holgate. So, maybe not a great way to finish. We did dominate the game. You can see 23 shots. We should have scored more. We couldn't score, and that was ultimately the problem. But a nice header from Holgate to get the win for us. We gave Otway, one of the young kids, some game time off the bench, so he is showing a little bit of benefit from that. We're trying to get that personality changed a little bit, improved if we can through the youth, the mentoring. But we'll see what happens there. The next game to catch you up on was the final game in the Premier League before the Winter World Cup. That was against Norwich, so let's see how we did. Mason Greenwood got the only goal. So, another game where we seem to be in complete control of it, just really, really struggling to score. You can see Harry Kane didn't play well. I think I actually ended up taking him off, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. But yeah, Greenwood with a wonderful free kick got the money for us. They were down to 10 men for most of the second half as well. And you can kind of see from XG, the tracker there, they offered nothing at that point, and we went on to dominate the game. But yeah, this not scoring goals when we're in control of games, it almost cost us here. Let's hope it doesn't cost us moving forward. And the first game back after the Winter World Cup, which I will catch you up on as well, that was against Wolverhampton. We took a second half lead when Shotire knocked the ball down for Harry Kane. And a Madison stunner made it 2-0. Before Wolves set up a nervy finish. So we struggled to break them down, to be honest. You can see, again, if we look at the XG tracker, arguably, we were lucky to get a result here. Maybe it was just that little bit of extra class that told. The short tire assist for Kane was brilliant. And what about Madison? He scores some very, very special goals and is looking very, very decent for us as well. Now, that's everything on the field caught up with. So let's start catching up with stuff off the field now, starting with the Champions League first knockout round draw. Alright, so here we go. It is the draw for the first knockout round of the Champions League. We have been seeded as group winners, and the other group winners are Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Man City, Real Madrid, Leverkusen, Liverpool, and Slavia Prague won a group. How? What? Oh, that's that pathetic group there was. The unseeded teams are Ajax, Dortmund, Juventus, Shakhtar, Atalanta, Inter, Milan, who we can't get, and Young Boys. I tell you what, is it just me, or is this quite a weak Champions League? Where's Paris? Where is Paris? It's in France, I know, but you know. Let's get this group draw done, and then let's go and have a quick look at what's happened in the group stage, because Paris Saint-Germain have been knocked out. If we could get Young Boys, I'll be very happy. But we'll see who we get here. Juventus will probably be the one we get. No, they get Leverkusen. I'll tell you what, they'll be happy with that. Dortmund we'd probably rather avoid. They get Slavia Prague. Milan we know we can't get. And who we have here? Shakhtar we take. They get Real Madrid. Ajax or Young Boys? Young Boys, yes please. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So Bayern Munich will have Ajax. That'll be an interesting tie. But what has happened in this group stage? Like, I don't... so hang on. So if we just go to group stage all, this is not a detour I was expecting to make here. So that's all fair enough. Slavia Prague topped the group with Atletico Madrid and Ajax in it. We know our group. Juventus and City's fair enough. Liverpool, Shakhtar, that's fair enough. Paris Saint-Germain finished bottom of a group with Atalanta and Wolfsburg. What on earth happened there? Villa, I knew, yeah, they did get a point in the end. They got a 1-1 out away to Benfica. And that was the ridiculously soft group. And yeah, so that's not really a surprise there. But Paris Saint-Germain knocked out. Now, they're the team that knocked us out last season. I don't understand how that's happened. Have they had injuries? That has blown my mind. But anyway, it doesn't matter. This is a massive opportunity for us without, a ridiculously good side. We're off to the Wankdorf Arena, which is going to be exciting. A good intro there, I suspect. But that'll be, that's our next challenge in Europe. It's Young Boys. So everything is coming up Manchester United, isn't it? You can see on the league table after those results that we're 2 points back of Liverpool, though we do still have that game in hand. And it's a little bit more spread out now than it was last episode, but it's still very, very close, all the way down to 8th, 9th even, with Leicester, who we played today, and Spurs, of course, are only 7 points back. No game in hand for us on them. So if they were to beat us, they just get that little bit closer again. Champions League draw. It's a weird knockout round there, it looks like. I'm sure after these round of games, it'll start to look a little bit more like the Champions League, but it's very Europa League looking at times there, isn't it? The FA Cup, we've been drawn away to Accrington Stanley, which is why we're not coming back for that. I imagine we should be able to win that one relatively comfortably. And Carabao Cup, Newcastle, did we know that? I can't remember, but there we go. That has all happened. But let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here. So that's everything I have to catch you up on, I think, isn't it? Let's go. Oh, no, it's not. Youth intake preview. And to be honest, there's not much to see here anyway. Below average youth intake. We might get an attacking midfielder out of it, maybe a winger or two, and that's about it. So, yeah, we got a decent intake last season. We're not going to get a decent intake this season, it looks like. So that's a shame, but it is what it is. All right, let's have a look and see what we're doing here. I think Spurs is the first game. Yeah, it is. And this is our game in hand as well. So everybody should, or more or less, there's a couple that won't, but this is the game in hand essentially. So we can see we're expecting a fort with the same formation that we tend to play in from them. And this is the team that we are sending out. It is Green in goal. It is Thomas, Tarkovsky, Holgate, and Laird is going to play it right back for us. You can see he is a very decent fullback for us. It's going to be Garner, Longstaff, and Bellingham in midfield. Jude Bellingham. What a player he is developing into. And a model citizen as well. He's the perfect footballer, isn't he? It reminds me of Milinkovic-Savic a couple of FMs ago even. We're going to go with inverted wingers. Omari Forson is going to play cutting in from the right onto his left foot. He's another one of our youngsters that's playing quite well. Mavadidi will be an inside forward over there on the left. And it will be Marcus Rashford that's going up top. The reason we're doing this, again, we've had, this is the 29th. We've already played Boxing Day against Wolves, and then we have the game to come against Leicester. And you can see that a lot of the players, they're already a little bit tired. So I'm going not quite so heavy on this one. Any result we get here will be a bonus with the eye on Leicester City to try and make sure we got the 3 points against Wolves and then against Leicester. And I realise now I didn't show you the World Cup. Is there a way, can we go back and do that? We'll go back and do that before the game starts, because I'm going to forget to do it otherwise. So yeah, we can see the team sheet there. Do they still have... If they do, we've got Harry Winks, who we had on loan. They signed Pogba from us, I think. So he's either injured or he's not available for them. We will say we've been on a good run lately. Go out there and... It's not the first choice team. Ignore the praise, play your natural game, boys. And we'll pump our fists and say get on out there. And before we do that, can I go and show you the Winter World Cup now? If we click there. And here we are. So it was a bit of an upset. Germany won the World Cup, just for a change. Now, if you're wondering about how our England boys got on, we'll go back to the group stage and we can see all the groups there. If you want to have a bit of a longer look, don't be afraid, of course, to give it a pause. You can see our England boys did a 3-0, which was excellent. So they won all their games. Australia absolutely ripped off. Didn't get out of the group. Now, if we go and have a look at the second round, we can see that 4-1 over Uruguay. So a nice little bit of revenge there against Luis Suarez. I'm sure there was an issue. Oh no, there was Brazil World Cup, wasn't it? Was that did they play Uruguay in that one? I think they did. And yeah, and they got knocked out, didn't they? So that's how the second round went. The quarterfinals, this was the end for England. They got beaten 1-0 by France. And we can see, look at that, 4-4 with a penalty shootout. What a game that would be. The semi-final, Belgium over Italy, Germany over France. The third place playoff, it was France sneaking past Italy with the 5-1. And then the final was Germany over Belgium. If you're wondering, it was Gundogan that got the World Cup winning goal on this occasion. So there we go. That is the World Cup. We didn't have anybody in the team of the tournament or anything, but Henderson seemed to play a lot of the games in goal. You know, it was very heavy. We had, I'd say, probably 8 or 9 players that were playing every game, so that is good. And Rashford's injured now. So Harry Kane, who arguably probably should have played against his old team anyway, he will have to come on, and that just starts to leave us a little bit thin up front if that's a long-term injury. And we might need to do a little bit better defensively from the set piece there too, please, guys. I think one of the things that was maybe holding us back a little bit in the games against Norwich and Wolves, and probably Rangers as well, to be fair, is not playing a number 10. I think we're getting to the point now where some teams are sitting back against us and we need that number 10. And I'm looking at this game and wondering if this is another one. Harry Kane, can he score a goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? Kane, it's decent, it's off the bar, and it's going to be cleared away. And that will end the highlight as well. We'll give them some more encouragement. I actually think a point here would not be a bad point for us at all. Obviously we want to try and win if we can, but we do just have a few injury problems up front right now. Metaduke coming back will obviously help with that. But if Rashford's gone down, then we might just find ourselves, straight back in the same position again. All right, I think what we might do is go ahead and play a number 10. We can stick Bellingham up. We can move Garner forward. And it's relatively straightforward for us to do that. Give them some encouragement and see if that helps us break them down at all. I mean, shooting again has not been fantastic, and we did work on it as well. All right, we have got a corner. Bellingham to take. Can he find Holgate? No, it's an absolute sitter for Harry Kane. He's completely unmarked in front of goal. In front of the centre of the goal. He doesn't celebrate. But he doesn't have to. Look at that. What sort of defending is that? And we've come straight back. So hopefully we're going to hit them for a 1-2 here. And we're not going to give that goal straight back to them. Oh, we are, aren't we? Lard is there on a booking. Tarkowski gets across. Can we oh, we can. Etienne Green. Oh, if you're wondering why Green is in goal, what happened to what's his face? Henderson? He's got a cold. So he's just out for like 2 days, but it just happens. Mavadidi gets the goal. Is he onside? The linesman stood still, but his flag is down. And it's 2 goals very, very quickly. And Mavadidi gets our second. It's 2 goals in 2 minutes, according to the commentary. Forson did well there. First time ball to Bellingham. It was it Harry Kane with the pass, and Mavadidi. He almost let himself get closed down there, didn't he? But there was still just enough space at that near post. The offside flag stayed down, as it should have. There was 2 Spurs guys playing him on. And Mavadidi did well there for us. We should maybe just go back to positive. And yeah, I think we are seeing maybe here that the number 10 is required from us now just to break down those teams. Forson's only playing a 6-2. I almost want to leave him out there for the experience, to be honest. Although his negative experience, still a good experience. Hopefully he'll learn from it. Mavadidi gets the ball forward towards Kane, but he can't win it. And a goal now for Spurs. It's a little bit like the Wolves game. Sets up a bit of a nervy finish, and that's exactly what we get. A good finish. That's exactly what we're going to get. And I wonder if now what we actually want to do is go back to how we were playing before with the defensive midfielder. Yeah, I wonder if Tarkowski just wasn't able to go with him, maybe. And it wasn't given us offside. I don't think it was anyway. So what we will do is we will tell them to focus. Well, start by just getting rid of that for now. We'll go in here. We'll tell them to... I can't tell them to focus. All over the shop. So that is all good. We will just start and slow it down a little bit. I mean, we haven't seen too much from Tottenham, but unfortunately for us, we've seen them score from their only... Oh no, they've had more shots than us. Never mind. We're the ones that have mugged them off with 2 goals from 2 on target. But we've got the job done. We've gone to Tottenham. We've got a win with what was more or less a second string side. And what do we want to say to that? Don't get complacent. Seems like a pretty good place to start, doesn't it? So that result puts us top of the league, which is a very nice place to be. And the Rashford injury is 4 to 5 weeks. And of course, it's this season, isn't it, with the break for the World Cup in the middle of it, where, I mean, 4 to 5 weeks is it's almost 20 games, it feels like. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We will be back for the game against Leicester. We will hopefully be able to put out a stronger team on paper. Let's see if they can get the result on the field. Okay, welcome back. We're getting ready to face Leicester. It is a full round of games on the 2nd of January. Now, the transfer window has opened as well. I'm not expecting to do anything, but you never know. Sometimes I can't help myself. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them. So that being the case, we're going to stick with this formation to kind of counter what they're doing. So it's Henderson back foot in goal, Shaw, Tomori, Maguire, and Wan-Bissaka as the back four. Rice, Ward-Prowse, and Maddison in midfield. Sancho and Edwards provide the width. It's Kane going up top. Back on the bench is Madueke. Now, he's only just come back, and we want to take him carefully, I think, ease him back into action here. So we're not going to see too much of him, but we will see him in the second half, almost certainly. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. Do we recognise any names? Of course, it's going to be Maddison up against his former teammates. No one that we used to have. Samare, who we had at Leeds? No, Sheffield Wednesday. One of them anyway, we had him. Let's keep the good run going. I can get on board with that. This is more of the first 11. And the fact that we were able to beat Spurs, you know, even though we did put out a weaker team compared to what we could have, I mean, that's absolutely perfect. If we get the win here, then we are absolutely cruising. But of course, we do need to get the win before we can say we're cruising. Let's give them some encouragement. Oh, is that Thiago Almeida? It is Thiago Almeida. I haven't signed him for ages. He used to be like a proper wonder kid, didn't he? FM20, maybe 1920. But I wonder what's happened to him in real life if he's not made anything of himself. We've got a corner to defend here. Can we defend it? It is over the top, and maybe we're a little bit lucky there. Let's get rid of this. I feel like the tactics that we've been using that have worked. They are... go on. Villa's beating Liverpool. They are just starting to wane. And I think we are going to need to... Well, that wasn't good enough. I think we are going to need to maybe make a permanent change. So a number 10 instead of a DM. Which is fine. I will just probably need to tweak things a little bit here and there. But it's not a massive deal. But I think we've reached that point now. We'll give them some encouragement, but we need to see more. And, well, we've not really seen it, have we? All right. Edwards is not having a great game, so let's get him off. Let's get NONI on for him. Just generally speaking, the wide players aren't playing particularly well. So let's take Sancho off for Mason Greenwood. Sancho was just coming back from injury, so maybe that explains a little bit of what's going on there. But it's not happening for us right now, is it? Have we had a we've had their corner. Have we had a highlight other than that? Demand more. Come on, guys. Here we go. 10 minutes to play. Rice to Ward-Prowse. He's got a lot of space in there. Look at that. Forward for Kane. Can Kane pick out a run? Looking for Greenwood. It's not quite happening, though, is it? Ball forward. Can we win that? He can. Declan Rice out there for NONI. Can he do something on his return from injury? Where's the cross? NONI chips it in. Harry Kane can't quite get his head to it. And is this highlight going to continue for us? Ward-Prowse. There's a good ball for NONI. He's in again. NONI! It's saved by the goalkeeper. You wonder if he's fit and sharp if that goes in the back of the net. And we've got a corner. Ward-Prowse to take. It's the back post. It's away. Madison should pick that up, though. Back to Ward-Prowse. Drilled in. It is! It's a goal, and it's Mataduke! Is he onside, though? He looked onside, did he not? I mean, we have not got a good angle for it here at all. It is disallowed. Oh, Mataduke almost with a dream return to injury. He's just lazy getting back. I mean, it's not great defending from Leicester. Let's give it another demand more, but... I mean, we looked a little bit better as we played around with the tactics there, but we are going to have to move to something like this more permanently. But to be honest, a draw is... and probably a 0-0 draw is just about fair there, isn't it? I actually wonder if maybe what we want to look to do, and Villa and Liverpool have drawn as well, so we do stay top of the league. City, what did they do? Chelsea's won against Arsenal. Man City has spanked Sheffield United. So if they were to win that game in hand, it's 3 teams again within a point of each other. But I do wonder as well, 13 games unbeaten. I do wonder a little bit if maybe we need to look at a 2-striker formation, because we could play Kane, 2 of Kane, Rashford and Greenwood up top. And we do have plenty of midfielders as well. So maybe, if you're watching the Queen of the South series, maybe something along our formation there might be useful for us. But we've got time to have a play around with things. We will be back next time. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. It wasn't great games, was it? But I mean, away from home, 4 points there I think is okay. What we'll do is we'll come back for City and Burnley at the end of the transfer window. Like I say, I'm not expecting to do too much, but yeah, you never know what could happen. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next time for the derby, and well, Burnley's kind of Manchester, not really, but kind of. Take care.